Try me, bitch.
So this is what it's come to, huh? We're back to cover the Gantz movie sequel, while trying not to lose what's left of our sanity. Now, I really enjoyed Gantz's manga, and I'm happy to say that I can add his live-action movie to that list after doing a video on it. It was over the top, explosive, and most of all, I had a lot of fun watching it. If you haven't caught my rundown of the first movie, definitely give it a look. Now, here we are with Perfect Answer, and I gotta admit, this movie has lost its mind. So strap into your straitjackets, and let's plunge into insanity together. One of the first characters we're introduced to is Mini Gantz. Apparently Big Papa Gantz had a kid in between movies and mailed him off to some random chick. She decides that she doesn't want a magic 8-ball and throws it away. The next morning she wakes up in completely different clothes. Huh. That's pretty strange. Mini Gantz thanks her for her work last night and gives her a target to attack, much like Papa Gantz did in the first movie. Except now it's not an alien that's the target, it's a human being. Very mysterious. Before we're giving too much context on this mystery girl situation, however, we move on to our boy Kei-chan, who's got a job washing lettuce now. Hey now, I won't knock his hustle too much, but I think he could have at least been a cook if he put shoots aliens in his resume. Kei and the stalker girl, whose name is Tae, have been taking care of Kato's brother after he got murked in the first movie. They paid her rent while Kei keeps up the facade that Kato was out of town for his job. Now at this point, Kei and Tae still aren't a couple. So when the creepy stalker chick who keeps drawing his face for manga suddenly hits on him, well, we're reminded why we call him Eyes McGee. Even the movie characters are aware of his eyes. Soon enough, Kei receives a warning signal that Gantz is about to teleport him for another round of laser tag. The scene shifts onto the target that Mini Gantz pointed out earlier, and guess who? It's Mystery Lady and her Minecraft griefer technique.
Bye, have a great time!
The schoolgirl dies and appears in the apartment room while Kei-chan and the homies are gearing up for the next battle. Apparently there are a lot more homies now. We now have Specs, Schoolgirl, Ichiban from Yakuza 7, the Old Maid, and a brat, on top of the original homies from the first movie. And that guy still exists. But you know what? This guy does get a lot more screen time in this movie, surprisingly. I might have to upgrade him to an American name. He hasn't quite earned a Japanese one yet, so I'll call him Ken for now. Somewhere in somebody's mom's basement, we find a group of Mortal Kombat fans trying to convince themselves that the 2021 movie was better than the 1995 original. Come at me, bro. Apparently these shady people hired a detective to take pictures of the mystery killer girl because they're looking for the Mini Gantz that she has. And let me take this time to point out that, wow, this movie already has a lot more going on than the first movie. We've got a chick assassinating people for baby Gantz, underground groups working behind the scenes, and friend-zone stalker girls. After a supposedly successful mission, everyone is teleported back home, and Kei spends time with his #1 fangirl. Tae gives Eyes McGee a taste of his own medicine with an awkward stare down. She can tell that Kei has something on his mind, and he reveals that Kato will be coming home soon, which means he nearly has the 100 points needed to revive him, and get his rent money back. But before Kei gets the opportunity to earn the points, he miraculously bumps into Kato near his apartment. He tries questioning Kato about how he was revived, but Kato oddly shifts the conversation to Baby Gantz. Wow, Baby Gantz sure is popular. Wonder if he'd sell out half as well as Baby Yoda. Later that night, Kei is transported back to the Gantz room, and checks on the status of Kato, who, according to the death records, is still dead. So who's the weirdo Kato roaming around? And I don't say weirdo lightly. When he visits his brother, Kato stands in the corner like he's straight out of the Blair Witch. Any sort of conversation with him flows just as normally as any conversation that I have with a member of the opposite sex. When it's time for Gantz to dish out the next target, we find a familiar face. It turns out that the basement dwellers aren't humans after all. They're aliens. which makes sense of why they believe Mortal Kombat 2021 is better than the 1995 original. I apologize, I won't trash talk the movie anymore. I actually found it pretty entertaining, and hope they make a sequel. The group is teleported to a subway train for the showdown, and oddly enough, they're surrounded by human bystanders, which is something that Gantz has avoided up till now. And not everyone on board is a stranger either. Our mystery killer is on board as well, pulling a Uno reverse card on Kay's stalker, Tay, as we find out that she's the killer's next target. So we've got the Gantz team chasing down basement-dwelling aliens chasing down Mystery Girl chasing creepy stalker, heck, even the detective the aliens hired joined in just so he could figure out just what is going on here. Good luck catching up on 2 movies worth of this insane material, buddy. After learning that the Gantz team is on board, the aliens light up the place like it's the 4th of July. And here's where we finally get to the action. Throughout all of the fighting, some of the new members start hinting that a lot of this seems familiar to them. Almost like they're regaining some sort of lost memories. First up, we have the detective trying to take down Dracula with high water pants and slip-on shoes. The detective soon realizes that he's in over his head as Eyes McGee 3.0 is unfazed by his bullets. Kay's got a few struggles of his own, and gets booted out of the train faster than I get booted out of a Rainbow Six Siege lobby. Thankfully, his generic JRPG character running animation is fast enough to help him jump back on the train. And he's just in time to help out our detective friend. The battle continues with the homies taking on the small fry, while Kay moves on to the big bad. Ken over here is putting in some work. He took down 2 aliens with no problem at all. I think it's time to upgrade him to his Japanese name. Say hello to Suzuki. The group pulls a quick jujutsu kaisen, as the last alien was a pretty tough one.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
She murks the old maid before she goes down and leaves the brat in critical condition. And she gives us a bit of disturbing information. Apparently the aliens were acting to get some sort of revenge on the Gantz team for killing so many of their alien friends. But we still don't understand why they're after mini Gantz. After Kei-chan handles the top dog in a rather explosive fashion. Their group is teleported back to the apartment room, while Mystery Girl, having failed in her objective to kill Tay, wanders aimlessly. She struggles with some sort of memory loss of her own. Just who is she? Before we get the answer, however, Weirdo Kato catches up to her and claims revenge for her killing his friends, taking baby Gantz for himself. Where's the Mandalorian when you need him? I wonder what revenge for his friends means. She only ever killed random people that Kato clearly never met before. Mystery Girl winds up in the apartment room with the rest of the Gantz team, and things are finally made clear. Well, okay, maybe not clear, but a little bit clearer. So strap in, because this is gonna be just insane. So, Baby Gantz had Mystery Girl kill human targets, so they could be recruited onto the team to fight aliens. Mystery Girl here, and some of the people she killed like Ichiban, Specs, and Schoolgirl, start to remember that they were all former Gantz members from over a year ago, that earned enough points to leave and have their memory wiped. But why would Gantz want to re-recruit these people? It's because the bald naked dude inside of Gantz is dying, and if he dies, well, you can guess the rest. And yes, this applies to everyone under Gantz's control. Being desperate as Gantz is, he wants this super all-star team to take out the rest of the strong alien targets before he dies. So, one resurrected Sasuke later... Wait, you know what? Kato's name is still on the death board, despite him roaming around in public. Let's throw 100 points at the board and see what happens. Oh, that worked. But wait, if the real Kato is here, then who's out there? Wow, this is getting pretty insane now. We've got the former veterans, Kay's homies, and the grieving brat, ready to take down whatever threat Gantz throws at him. So, who's the next target? Ah, a creepy stalker girl looking alien. Wait, that's not an alien. That's the real creepy stalker girl. It's now that the entire group is thrust into their own civil war. Kei and his homies want to protect Tei, while the vets would rather just kill her themselves. Why? Because the imposter Kato has many Gantz. And if he beats them to the target, then he and the other aliens would be teleported to the apartment room and claim revenge on Gantz for killing so many of their alien buddies. Why couldn't Gantz just tag the imposter Kato as the target instead? Hey, I don't make the rules here, and my sanity reserve has been running on E ever since I saw Count Dracula in High Waters. Just before the mission gets on, Gantz sweetens the pot by making Tei worth 100 points. Ouch, that's just rubbing salt in the wound. This prompts the brat to pull up on Kei because he wants to revive the old maid that he has a crush on, but Gantz soon teleports everyone out before things get too heavy. Luckily, Kei gets to Tei first. Kei and Tei, I just realized that rhymed. Anyway, he gets to Tei first, with the imposter Kato not too far behind. He chases the pair on some Terminator 2 type stuff, and apparently everybody has J's on as they matrix leap from building to building. Kei manages to lose the imposter and bumps into Sasuke and the group, and it's at this moment that Kei is starting to regret reviving him. Anyway, Suzuki and the other homie come in clutch and back Kei up so he can escape. And apparently shooting straight means absolutely nothing in the world of Gantz. One of the homies is killed when he stays behind to hold off Sasuke's group. Imposter Kato catches up again, and Kei has Suzuki protect Tei while they square off. When the two are alone, Suzuki reveals that he has a late wife that he wants Gantz to revive. So, he has a sudden change of heart like Kaiba just activated the trap card. But no worries, Suzuki ain't about that life. Now we demote him back to Ken. It's now that the pair is spotted by the other group, and Ken gets injured defending Tei. Okay, I guess he's a real one now. So we're back to calling him Suzuki. Kei is still facing off with the imposter, and around now the real Kato has finally made his way onto the scene for some jujutsu kaisen action. It's revealed that the imposter isn't just any alien, but the Buddha statue that turned him into a shish kebab in the first movie. No. Stop the clip. I've just about lost every ounce of sanity I have left right now. You're telling me that a Buddha statue can transform into other human beings? Out of all the onion-eating aliens, googly eyes, and Chuck E. Cheese animatronics I've seen throughout these two movies, I can't take any more. Screw it, alright? We're about to hyperdrive through all of these plot points because I need some warm milk right now. Buddha statue overpowers Kei and Kato, murks Sasuke, and further proceeds to scratch Tei's back with his back scratcher. The mission is over, and everyone is teleported back into the room. Buddha appears in Sasuke's form and calls an Uber for his friends to come too. A final showdown occurs between humans and aliens, and quite honestly, it's pretty epic. Apparently Gantz is allergic to water in the same way that the Mel Gibson movie aliens are. Hey listen, I already warned you that I was done trying to make sense of this. All of Kei's friends die except Kato, and the only alien left is the Buddha. Kato wants the fighting to end as he understands that both sides are fighting for no reason. But neither Kei nor Buddha are hearing any of that noise. Gantz is on his last legs, or rather his last curves, as the bald naked man gets weaker and weaker. This prompts our boy Kei-chan to make the ultimate sacrifice and offer to switch places with the bald man, allowing him to resurrect everyone who died and then wipe their memories of everything that happened like it was all just a terrible nightmare. And that includes forgetting about Kei-chan himself, who is gonna have one hell of a cramp by the time that he gets out of this ball. Whew. Well, that was a pretty bittersweet ending. I hope you enjoyed this half as much as I've had fun writing the script for it. Gantz is a personal favorite of mine, and even though it can go over the rails at times, I don't dislike these movies. They're very entertaining. But when I'm at risk of checking into Arkham Asylum, then we need to see other people. But on a more personal note, I think that I may stick with live-action anime movies for a while, just to see how things go. If you have any suggestions, drop them down below. This is that guy, and I'm out.